Hey, this is Matt here with KOLT Ministries, also known as Sir Islin on the field. Today I have with me Geldar Blackthorn, High King of Middle Earth. It's actually been High King for a long time.
Yeah, I did take a 3-year break.
So yeah, Geldar is part of is over the realm that I'm inserted in. I guess you could say that. So, but we thought we'd come and ask him some questions here. You've been in the game for quite some time. When did you start?
I started in 1986, and I've pretty much been active, except for I did take off 3 years, which I'm just coming off of.
You've been since '86.
Yeah,
That's quite some time there. That's not too. Dagger here was still pretty young then, wasn't it?
Yeah, I saw the first coming of chainmail and daggers and javelins, and they didn't exist in the game when I started.
So you've seen it evolve over the years.
Yeah, when I first started, we used what we call pillow swords. They were basically soft couch cushion wrapped around PVC pipe, and we nicknamed them pillow swords because we would stick them underneath our heads once we died on the battlefield, and we could still sit up enough to see what was going on around us.
Well, how has that evolved? How has the weaponry evolved since that?
Most of the weapons now are monoblades, which is there's a single striking surface on either side rather than a round surface, which we call omniblades. Kind of a club shape. The flat blades are built off of, a lot of them are built off of what's called the box core technique. When I was squiring prior to 1989, my knight came to me and said he wanted a design that was more stable and kind of resembled more of a true blade look. And so one of my nightly challenges was to come up with a design, and so I started going over his house and on the weekends after practice and design after design, and most of them failed, and then finally we came up with this box core technique, and once we had a working model and made sure it was stable and not going to fall apart on us, we tested it for about a month and a half prior to going to Ragnarok, which is Dagger Here's largest battle, and we showed some guys there how we built it, and it took off from there, and now it's Dagger Here, Belagarth. It's even bled over to other groups like Amtgard.
That's actually pretty awesome to see that grow and take off and advance like that. And you know, I've talked to Aaron sometimes too, and it's like there's always things are constantly evolving. You know, there's always some new technique coming out on how to build things. New materials are always coming out. You know,
newer, lighter. You know, keep up with the tech or fall behind.
Yeah, and that's what it's coming down to anymore. Well, yeah. Another question for you. You know, you've been in, like I said, you've been in it a long time too. What are some aspects of the game that you've taken that you use in your everyday life?
Well, I'm in the game. I'm a knight, and there's a long list of requirements that you have to accomplish before you can actually call yourself a knight. And I guess it's the I don't know, the leadership maybe. You know, I've if you call it combat, but you know, I've led people in combat, and I've had squires over the years that some made it, some didn't, but you know, so I've kind of figured out how far you can push people and still still get positive results out of it. And even at work, I drive a fork truck at work, and I train new drivers. So I guess the leadership.
Okay, that's awesome. And another reason why I asked that is it seems like there's a lot of things, people, there's always some aspect that other people take from it. I've seen people gain confidence that they've never had before, that they've taken from it, in their boulder, in their everyday life.
I started in Taekwondo when I was 6, so I already had the aggression factor. And Dagger here was somewhere I could go and beat people to death with sticks and not go to jail.
I hear that a lot. You can actually go out and hit somebody and not worry about the consequences.
I mean, I am joking, but yeah, I've got lifelong friends that I have met through the years, and I mean, they may not be blood, but man, I consider these people close to me as if they were true blood family, and and just if they called up in the middle of the night and said, "Hey, I need you,"
yeah,
I'm there.
Well, I think the last thing I'll ask you is, you got a good story you can share of your Dagger Hero career?
Which one you want?
Well, I mean, I have a favorite that you've told me before, and that's about Beowulf and his treachery on the bridge.
The horn?
Yes.
The father of Middle-earth, his name is Jeff Hutton. We'll just throw his name in there so he'll be immortalized. He went by the name of Beowulf the Dreamer. And his unit, which was the Baldrics, had a blood feud with the men of the valley, and Lord Talon was their leader. And the tension got so high at one point that Beowulf actually asked for peace talks with Talon. So their two armies met at the Bridge of Endor, which is an actual physical bridge in Kickapoo State Park in Danville, Illinois. And the two lords of their houses met in the center of the bridge. Beowulf was carrying a large horn, and he called it a horn of peace. And he wanted to present Talon with this horn of peace. Talon, unfortunately, as gullible as he was, believed Beowulf and didn't see the treachery coming. In the horn of peace, he held a dagger. And when Beowulf got close enough to Talon, he used that dagger to kill Talon. And as soon as Talon dropped, the Baldrics opened fire with their arrows. And hence, Talon II, the son of Talon, he swore a lifelong bloodlust for Beowulf the Dreamer.
I love that one. That's one of my favorite ones to hear about. Well, that's all I have for you. For the rest of you listeners out there, or those who are watching, if you're not involved in a LARP or you're interested, try to find a local one near you, whether it doesn't matter who it is, if it's KOLT Ministry, Dagger Hero, Belagarth, Amtgard, Nero, or even start your own, start an independent one. Get into it. You'll like it a lot. There's a lot of things to take from it. But that's all I got for you. This is Sir Islin signing off.